Alright, we are on individual challenge number 2. What is 38% of 50? 38% of 50, there's two ways you can do this. You can set up a proportion. You know that 38% is over 100 and 50 would be your total. So you would do 38 over 100 equals x over 50. How do you get to 100 to 50? That means you would divide by 2. So then you can do 38 divided by 2, and that will be your answer. Or you can turn 38% into a decimal. And of means to multiply 50. So to turn your percent to a decimal, move it over twice. So you have 0.38. Of means to multiply 50. Number 2, it says, using the chart above, write an equation that expresses y in terms of x. So you're going to have a y equal. So we have to figure out what times x will equal your total, which is y. So what is our pattern? 1 times what equals 90? 2 times what equals 180? 5 times what equals 450? So your answer would be y equals, how do you get from 1 to 90? That's times 90 x. See if it works for 2. If you do 2 times 90, does it equal 180? 5 times 90 if it equals 450. If so, then this is your equation. Number 3, a 45-degree angle is complementary to an angle that measures x. Write an equation that represents this situation. Complementary means two angles added together to get you 90. So it's going to equal 90. You're going to write an equation. What plus what equals 90? In this case, they give you a 45. So you're going to write an equation. These are your two angles, 45 and x. Number 4. You have 4 squared, or 4 to the power of 2. This does not mean 4 times 2. This is wrong. 4 squared means 4 times 4. And that will be your answer. Number 5, the expression below. Use a property to write the equivalent expression. Tell which property you used. So in parentheses, we have AB times C. What if I switched it up to A on the outside, B, C in parentheses? Go into your journal and look at what property this is. What property if you change the grouping of it, but the answer is still the same? Is it your associative, your commutative, your distributive, identity? It's one of those properties. Associative, commutative, distributive, or identity. Remember, look in your journal. Number 6. In the table above, Ms. Johansson recorded the favorite type of pet of each student in her English class. What is the relative frequency of students who chose dog as their favorite pet? Write your answer both as a fraction and as a percent. Relative frequency, you need to know the total. We know the dog, they all chose 12. Now you have to add this up to get your total. This will be your fraction, but you have to simplify. My hint to you is that you can divide both numbers by 4 evenly. Again, my hint to you is you can divide both numbers by 4 and they'll go in evenly. Once you simplify and get the fraction, you have to divide it to turn it into a decimal and then percent. Okay, so when you divide, your numerator is going to go in the house, your denominator will go outside. You'll have a decimal, and to turn your decimal into percent, you move over to the right 2 times. And that will be your percent. Number 7, a parallelogram has a base of 16 centimeters and a height of 4 centimeters. What is the area of the parallelogram? Okay, area of a parallelogram equals base times height. So we know that this area has a base of 16 and the height of 4. Once you multiply that, that's your answer. Number 8, Stephen's glass holds 40 milliliters of milk. Farrah's glass holds 2/5 as much milk. How much milk does Farrah's glass hold? As much means we have to multiply. So we're going to do 40 times 2/5. Okay, you can simplify before you multiply. Remember, when you simplify, you choose one top, one bottom. That goes in evenly. So 40 and 5. 5 goes into 5 one time. 5 goes into 40 8 times. So now you multiply the numerator times your numerator and denominator times your denominator, and that's your answer. So you do 8 times 2 and then 1 times 1, which you know 1 times 1 is going to equal 1. So anything over 1 is a whole number. Number 9. Write an algebraic expression for the phrase 2 less than twice a number n. It's 2 less than twice a number. So you need to put your twice a number first minus 2. So how would you write twice a number minus 2? And number 10, you're on your own. You're to write what percent this represents. Okay, you know percent is out of 100. And here's the shaded part. So what percent does the shaded part represent?